Hey everyone, and welcome back. This is episode 3 of our Madden 15 career mode. And remember, our player is not a quarterback, not a running back. We are a middle linebacker. And right now, we're still in the preseason portion of the schedule, and we're just trying to kind of build up our guy and see what we can do. Guys, if you're enjoying the series, please remember to drop a like on the videos. It does help me tremendously. I'd love to hear from you in the comments section. And please subscribe for more content. But we're going to get started here. We get our first playing time here in this preseason game against the Steelers. We're in the second quarter. And so far we've gone, I believe we started as a 72 rated guy. We're up to 73 with our training and everything. We were able to make a couple really nice tackles on special teams in the last episode. So we're just trying to get used to positioning and this camera angle, which I don't really play with at all ever. But this is really, it's a lot of fun to play in the My Player portion of the connected careers and kind of go through and build up your guy. Now, our guy, we are a third string middle linebacker, but our defense, and here let's jump on the pile. Our defense is a 3-4, so technically we really only need to get up to that second string position, and we'll be able to be on the field quite a bit. And obviously that'll help us upgrade and kind of move up our player ratings and see what we can do from that vantage point. But you know, as it stands, there's the guy, Michael Kendricks, who is on the spot ahead of us in the depth chart, but he's only 75 rated, so we don't have very long to go, very far to go, in order to move up and be able to overtake him in that depth chart. And I'm really hoping maybe by the time the regular season rolls around, we'll be able to do that. Just depends on how well we do in our training and in our development and what we get as far as XP and where we spend those XP to upgrade our players. So just kind of moving along in the gameplay. I haven't really been involved in a whole lot of plays or tackles. We've yet to really have a tackle in this game, but you know, we're on the field, and then I don't know if we can call that a tackle or if, you know, the guy fell on us, but hey, we were involved in the play, so we'll take it, and maybe it can be counted as a tackle. Maybe we'll check in the stats at the end of the game. But here they're going to send us on a blitz. We're going to see what we can do here, and I don't have a tremendous amount of strength yet, and that's going to be something we work on. But here, the blitz backfires, and they just kind of picked us apart there. Big Ben, you can see 19 for 32. Pretty good game, but the Eagles are winning this game 13-7. So we're right here at the end. We just need to hang on and see what we can do. In the last game, we were in the same situation, and we did not fare as well against Chicago. I believe it was like the last play of the game that Chicago was able to score and actually win that game. But, you know, it's preseason, so no one's really putting a lot of weight on that. But we'll just have to wait and see what the rest of our defense does. But here, I was right in position. I was going to make that tackle, and then Michael Kendrick jumps in there and gets the tackle ahead of us. But at least we were involved in the play. So here we go. It's 9 seconds. Again, last play of the game. I mean, this is preseason. This is pretty important for us to be able to move up in the depth chart is I think, to be able to hold these teams down. So you know, obviously the game is not important as it stands for the team, but you know, for the players like myself that are trying to move up into the depth chart, nah, we lose again on the last play of the game in preseason. So Chip's like, really, what's going on out here? But we'll just move forward. Not that big of a deal for us as a team, but we'll go ahead and we'll look at the stats. And I really, if anything, maybe we made a tackle. I'm not sure. You can see Michael Kendricks there with 7 tackles, so he obviously knows what he's doing. As we scroll through, I'm like, where are we at? Where are we at? We were not on there, so we didn't make any tackles in that game, but we were at least involved in a few of the plays. So our next game, we're going to have the Jets in the preseason. So we're going to go in, we're going to do our game prep, and the menu that they have here, you can some of these activities you can just click on, and you'll get your XP reward from that. And then in some of the other ones, it's more hands-on, like the tackling drill and so forth, that you need to do. So And we had done that last episode, and we did pretty well. We got a silver, I believe. We were on the last play. We could have received a gold, and on the last play, we did not do very well. So we ended up with a silver on that one. But again, we can get what is it, almost 1,500 XP. So hopefully we can come out of this one with a little better result than the last one. Even though, I mean, silver's not that bad. You're still going to get some pretty good XP from that. But this drill is actually pretty good because it really helps you kind of learn the precision tackling that they've implemented this year, which is, it's a little different, and you really do need to be kind of squared up to the ball carrier. And what you do, you hit the left trigger, and it'll kind of square your guy up. So you hit left trigger, and then you can hit the A, which will give you a precision tackle. Now you're not gonna force any turnovers or anything like that, but it will at least get the ball carrier on the ground. You can see I did it on that one. Pretty good tackle there, as McCoy was just about to get past us. We were able to kind of knock that one in there. And then when you see that one, the CPU made a tackle. So what they do is they have you go back in and replay the down in order for you to be able to try to get the points for the tackle, which we did there. So, you know, again, it's something that's going to help you, especially if you're playing a defensive position like I am. It'll help you kind of learn to get in position and learn when to use that left trigger and the precision tackling. The only problem that I've found with it is if you're kind of running at an angle and you try to do it, it's not. Look at that. McCoy's like, no, thank you. I'm not going down. So that's a failure on our part. But you know, if you're running at an angle and you do it, it'll actually straighten a guy up to strafe, and then you'll kind of lose that 1.5 to 2 steps that you would need to bring the ball carrier down. So it really does depend on the angle that you're taking towards the ball carrier. If you're taking a bad angle and you try to do it, it's not going to work. And here I was a little ticked off there on that last one because I dove and looked like an idiot. So we went with the hit stick. You know, if you're squared up to the guy, just go with the hit stick. Or what they've done this year is if you're within 3 yards and you're squared up, you can just hit X, which will also deliver a pretty strong blow and possibly force a fumble. So now you have a couple different options, and we're not going to catch McCoy there. You have a couple of different options in order to kind of use the hit stick animation and hopefully cause a fumble. So it really just depends on, again, on your positioning and what you're going to be able to do. So, and here we show a little bit of speed there to get around in front of that lead blocker from McCoy. So here we are again, last play. If we can stop him, we're going to pick up the goal. We go outside, and we do indeed get him. So there's our goal. That should award us some pretty good XP, and we will now go in. So right now, again, we're at 73 overall, and we have just over 2,000 XP to spend. So what are we looking for? We're getting, remember, it seems to be, you know, awareness is pretty important as far as being able to move your player up in the overall ratings. And then consistency as well. It seems like consistency, the higher your consistency is, you're going to be able to get some more XP in some of your drills. So, but by doing just the awareness and consistency there, we were able to move up from a 73 to a 74. So now, you know, we're still third string, but now we're closing in on Michael Kendricks, who, like I said, I believe he's 75 rated. I may have to double check that, but I believe he's 75 rated. So we're not too far off from being able to move up into that second string middle linebacker position, which again is basically going to make us a starter. Now, we wouldn't be on the field, obviously, in some of the nickel packages and dime packages and stuff like that, but for the rest of the game, any of the base sets, we're going to be in there. So, you know, it shouldn't be that difficult. And then as the season progresses, you know, we'll be able to move up towards D'Amico Ryan. D'Amico is obviously rated a little bit higher, but we'll be able to move up toward him. And here on special teams, you get a nice little pop in there. And it's still, you know, when you're running down a special team, especially with camera angle, your controller will vibrate a little bit. And as soon as you feel that, you have to switch directions. You know, if you're running, say, down, pressing down with the right stick, when you feel that vibration, you need to switch and go up, because that will then enable you to keep running smoothly in the same direction. And you can see on that one, like, I had stopped and then went forward. Had I not stopped, I'd have been there a lot quicker. Of course, you know, it may have called a fair catch at that point, but that's a little bit difficult to get used to as far as when to do that. Now here I'm rushing, I'm like, oh no, it's a screen. You can feel if they let you in that quickly, it's definitely a screen, but we were able to get the ball carrier down with that. Of course, Michael Hendricks again. And here we are on a 3rd and 5. We're in the second quarter, and it's 28-0, by the way, if you see. The Eagles are just dominating. And here again, we're starting to get the hang of it. I'm getting pretty close to the ball carrier on all of my attempts from that middle linebacker position. And it's really just a matter of getting used to what, if you're in a hook zone, like how big of an area. And there's another tackle on special teams. Like we shine brightly on special teams. But it's a matter of getting used to like your hook zone and kind of how far to carry a receiver before dropping him off to your next guy in zone. So, it's going to take some getting used to, but we are getting a little more comfortable with it and getting a little better at it. And here we come in, we just about were able to make the tackle in the backfield, but Chris Johnson was able to cut inside. But, that was my responsibility, was to kind of come in and contain and make him cut inside, so we did indeed do that. So we'll get some kudos in the film room for that. And then here we go. Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, what happened? I dove way too early. I'm like, hey, maybe he'll trip over me. And he kind of did, but then Michael Kendricks is there. He's like, here, let me show you how to do this, and he kind of cleans it up for me. But I had a good opportunity. But Chris Johnson, like, he's so fast when he got the ball. Like, I mean, another step, and he probably would have been gone. Now there, I kind of hit the sprint button, and quite honestly, if you do that this year, you're in trouble. You got to learn to lay off the sprint button, use that left trigger, use the precision tackling, and yeah, we'll get better at it. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode, guys. We will take it up in the next episode with some more training. Hopefully we can move up and take that position. Have a good one. It's the end of the game. We're obviously going to win. Our biggest goal here is let's not get injured. Let's get out of this game, and we get kind of toasted. There, that was our guy. But not really. I mean, we're in a zone, I'm in my hook curl zone there. I drop back, and I followed him for a while, and then I let him go. Where's my help? Well, we're going to talk about that in the film room, because I'm pretty sure that was